Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today on Sam Smoke Earnings, we're going to smoke a corned beef on a little portable smoker grill. This is just one of those packaged ones that you can pick up at the grocery store. So it's been seasoned and brined, and we've already taken it out of the package and soaked it for a couple hours to get some of that salt out of there because we don't like it to be overly salty. Plus, I'm going to add a little bit to it with the seasonings that you're going to see here in just a minute. And this is not probably the best one we could find. We didn't have a whole lot to choose from. It doesn't have a nice big fat cap on it, but it's going to work out just fine. Let me get this camera turned around and I'll show you what we're working with. So this is the little flat that we ended up with, and you can see it's got a lot of nice marbling. It's got a nice little chunk of fat. We're going to go ahead and trim a little bit of this stuff off just because I don't think that's going to render down well. It's got a little silver skin on here as well. We're going to go ahead and take care of all of that stuff right now. This silver skin, there's not a lot of it on here, but we're going to go ahead, nice little plug of fat right there. I don't want to chase that too much, but we're going to go ahead and just kind of work that out of there as well. All right, and let's get this little strip off right here too. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and get some seasoning on this thing real quick. And since it's already going to be pretty salty, we're not going to add a whole lot more salt to it. But there is a few products that I do like to use, of course. We're going to go with this Blue Hog. It's got a little bit of sugar in it and some paprika and some other stuff. It's more for pork, but I think it's going to work out really good in this situation. And again, we're not going to use a ton of it. We're just going to give a nice little base with this. And as you notice, I'm not putting any binder on here. I thought about using like a Dijon mustard, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to use this right here. Add that in good. Go ahead and get some of that on the other side. There you go. Don't want to use a lot of that, just a little bit. And the other thing we're going to use is a lot of black pepper. Let me get this glove off real quick. Course. And the amount of black pepper you use is entirely up to you. I like to put a fair amount on. I think it helps build a nice crust or bark. Flip that bad boy over. And let's get the other side. This is some small kitchen cooking right here. We are cooking in the kitchen of our Airstream, and this just goes to show you anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Doesn't matter how small the space is. We are going to come back and get these edges too here in just a minute, but I wanted to give this a good little coat first, and then we're going to come back with just a little bit of extra garlic because we do like garlic. And again, this thing has been brined, so it's going to have a ton of flavor. And let me go ahead and get these edges. All right, we got a good amount of rub on here all the way around. Got all our edges really good. And we are just going to let this thing sit now. I like to let them sit for at least 20 minutes or so and let those seasonings kind of bind and set into the meat a little bit. Now we're going to go get our smoker going. By the time the smoker's warmed up and ready to go, we'll be ready to throw this bad boy on there. This is a right around 4-pound little flat, and I think it's going to come out really good. All right, so we're back out here at the smoker. It's up to temperature. It's averaging right around 250. That's what we're going to leave it at, and that's going to give me an ambient underneath the hood of right around that 225, 235 range. Pretty much consistent depending on the outside weather. And again, this is a little portable, not going to get the results you're going to get from a big offset or even a bigger pellet grill, but it does a good job. And remember, we do live full time in that Airstream, and everything we carry has to ride around in the back of that truck. So we don't have a lot of room for a bunch of big equipment. So here's the smoker. We're showing 245. It was just up to 255 a minute ago. It's cooled back down. Now it's going to warm back up. And we are going to go ahead and get this thing opened up. And we are going to put this brisket on there. I already have 1 meter probe in here. I'm going to go ahead and put the grill's probe on the other side. So we have 2 probes running this thing just to make sure. Now, we don't have the ability to put this up above the heat source, unfortunately, because this is only about 9 inches tall or so, but it's going to work out fine. Sometimes, if I feel like I need to, I'll go ahead and flip these things over, and that way I know I'm getting uh, uniform heat going through it. And we're going to go ahead and get this other probe stuck in here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and put it right next to the other one, simply because it's kind of thin on that other side. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this shut and get her plugged in. Okay, it's on there. We are going to go ahead and go inside, drink some coffee, and we're going to come out and check on this in about 2 hours, see how it's doing. All right, so just want to point out, this is a portable smoker. It's tiny, and it just doesn't have a lot of volume in it. It does produce a pretty good amount of smoke, and we do get really good results from it. No, we're not going to get that big, heavy, dark bark that we would get from an offset smoker. It's just not going to happen. But it works out really well. It actually gives us a really nice flavor, gives us a really good smoke. And we are using the Pit Boss competition blend pellets because that's what I had on hand. I don't have the luxury of being able to carry a bunch of stuff around, and I just usually buy something that I like, and I just keep it with me in like a 5-gallon bucket, and that way I can haul around in the back of the truck. And again, I did not put any binder on this because these things are brined, and then I soaked it in water for a couple hours, so there's going to be a ton of moisture in there, and it was already starting to sweat again after I put the seasoning on it, like they usually do, but it sweats a little bit more, and so it really creates kind of its own little liquid binder to keep that spice on there. And I'm hoping we're going to get a really nice bark out of it, or as good as we can from this little portable guy. And I'd just like to add, I'm not a cook, I'm not a chef, I don't do this for a living in any way, I'm not trained in any way, just a lot of trial and error. So if I do something wrong, that's on me, and hey, don't do what I do because I'm not very good at this. All right, it's been about 2 hours since we started this corned beef brisket, and we are going to go ahead and take a look at it and check our hopper and see how it's doing. All right, let's get her open and take a look. Oh yeah, we are starting to get some nice color in there, starting to sweat a little bit. We are looking really good. Let's take a look at our hopper here. Yeah, we could use a little bit of love here. Let's give a couple scoops. Uses about a full cup an hour when it's running at this temperature, and it's got about 8 of these in here, so it'll run 8 hours no problem, just if you were wondering. All right, we're going to close that down, and we're at about 147 degrees, and I'll put my little meter screen up over here, and we're going to forget about this now for at least a few more hours. I want it to get solid into about 170 into that stall, and then I'm going to wrap it in some butcher paper, throw some beef tallow in there, and we're going to let it go all the way up to that target temp of about 203, 205, somewhere in there. We'll check back with you in a little bit. So we are up at about 178, well into that stall. I'm going to show you that right here. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up and give it a little beef tallow for a little bit of moisture. Let's go ahead and open this thing up, take a look at it, see what we got going on. So there we are. We have got some great color going there, got a nice sweat going. So we're going to go ahead and pull this, put it over here, and we're going to wrap it up in some butcher paper. And I like to put a little beef tallow in there. It's just something I picked up from somebody else, and it works really well. Gives it a nice flavor too. We'll get us a nice little scoop of this beef tallow out of here. Set that right on top. Probably should have heated this up a little bit first. Get us another one down here. There we go. Put that one right there. That should be more than enough. And let's get this puppy wrapped up. All right, my thermometer is right here. So we're going to put that right back on there like that. We're going to take this other probe and we're going to get it right back inside here through the paper. So I went ahead and put my other probe back in through the paper. Makes it easier to wrap, get my cord coming out. We're going to close this up and we're going to let it finish up. So we got it wrapped. Got some tallow in there. We're going to come back in about, an hour and a half or so. Roll that thing around a little bit, make sure that tallow is good and mixed up in there. And we topped off our hopper, didn't show that, but we're good to go now for the next few hours. And again, our goal is to get to about 205-ish, 203 to 205-ish is our finishing temperature. Then we're going to take this thing off. We're going to rest for a while, and that's what's going to be for dinner. So we've hit our magic number of 204. We're going to go ahead and pull this thing off and get it wrapped up in more paper, put it in a cooler, and let it rest. Okay, so we're about 6.5 hours into this, 6 hours and 40 minutes into the cook. And now we're going to let this thing rest for at least an hour and a half to 2 hours in the cooler and just let it sit there and just soak in all those juices. We'll get back to you in a little while after we carve this thing up, let you know how it turned out. All right, so we've cooked it, we wrapped it, put it in the cooler, and it's been sitting for about 2.5 hours. We're going to unwrap it and see how it came out. All right, let's get this paper off. Smells fantastic. Wow, that is really juicy. All right, pull this thermometer out of here. Came out really good. It is nice and soft. All right, so let's go ahead and carve into this thing and see how it turned out. That is some good color. And pull test, it comes right apart. That is really going to be good. All right, let's see how she tastes. Really good. Could be a little bit moister, but not bad. For that size of a brisket, came out really good. So there you go. Corned beef brisket cooked on a portable smoker in a campground. Came out really good. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And throw us a comment. Let us know what you think. And hey, remember, life is all about the journey. Get out there and explore. Go do some camping. We'll see you in the next one.